Trump's second term, From Tariff Tantrum to Empire Collapse by Azlan Adnan, M.A. What happens when economic shock becomes governing doctrine? On January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump returned to power, promising industrial revival and strategic dominance. Within days, that promise hardened into policy, sweeping tariffs imposed at scale, jolting supply chains, markets, and allies alike. What followed was not a recalibration of American strength, but a cascade of consequences few anticipated. This book delivers a forensic, data-driven account of a presidency defined by escalation, from the first 25% tariffs on North American partners to the sweeping Liberation Day measures. It tracks how economic coercion translated into higher costs, weaker investment, and fractured trade relationships. Drawing on economists such as Jeffrey Sachs and Richard D. Wolff, it exposes the limits of tariff-driven policy and why the burden fell at home. But tariffs were only the opening move. As domestic pressure mounted, policy pivoted outward. The Greenland Gambit strained alliances. Intervention in Venezuela exposed the limits of force without strategy. Pressure on the Panama Canal, Canada, and Mexico signaled a shift from economic disruption to geopolitical overreach. Through John Mearsheimer's lens, the book shows how these moves eroded trust and accelerated global hedging. The result is not collapse, but measurable decline. Higher prices without industrial revival, slower growth amid policy volatility, strong institutions yet reduced effectiveness. Not dramatic fall, but narrowing margin for error. Clear, unsentimental, and grounded, this work reveals the pattern. Disruption without coordination, power without coherence. Tariffs were the trigger. What followed reshaped American power. About the author. Azlan Adnan, M.A. is a Malaysian political thinker, writer, and founder of the Green Party of Malaysia. He champions sustainability, geniocracy, nocracy, meritocracy, technocracy, animal rights, and transparent good governance, blending ecological realism with structural reform to address climate collapse, inequality, and elite capture. With a master's in international business and management from the University of Westminster and a postgraduate certificate in teaching from Royal Holloway, University of London, Azlan approaches every page like a classroom, breaking down complex ideas with precision and clarity so anyone can follow along. Building on this foundation, Azlan has spent 3 decades dissecting the intersections of geopolitics, trade, security, and the global economy. His work cuts through official narratives to map how middle powers like Malaysia navigate great power rivalry, resource wars, and multipolar shifts. He is the author of over a dozen titles on international relations, political economy, and strategic affairs, including On the Edge of Escalation, How Trump's Second Presidency is Reshaping the Path to World War III. The strategic significance of a failed Iranian strike on Diego Garcia, Asshole-in-Chief 101, Ways the World Sees Trump. Asshole, the sequel, 101 Stupid Things Trump Actually Said. The Russia-Ukraine War, Strategic Overview. Corridors of Labor and Power, Malaysia-Bangladesh Relations in International Political Economy. Straits of Proximity, Malaysia-Indonesia Relations in History, Strategy and Political Economy. Foreigners in Malaysia, who are they and what are they doing here? Middle powers in a contested Indo-Pacific, Security, Trade, Education, and Diplomacy in Malaysia-Australia Relations. From non-alignment to multipolarity, Russia-Malaysia relations in the 21st century. Middle powers in motion, Malaysia and New Zealand in the Indo-Pacific order. Malaysia-Japan relations, history, strategy, trade, and the next era. Shadows over the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin's reign, from KGB enigma to global power player. Greenland revealed, Geopolitics of the Frozen Arctic North, updated 18th of January 2026. Iran at the crossroads, tipping point, and the long-term outlook. A Millennium of Trade, the long thread of Iran-Malaysia ties. Terrains of Power, Venezuela in a Nutshell, a collection of essays and articles. Azlan writes with the clarity of someone who has watched empires rise and fall, from ASEAN boardrooms to Arctic ice shelves. He argues that true sovereignty demands green policies, merit-based institutions, and a no-nonsense rejection of both cronyism and ideological dogma. His lens, how power actually moves, not how it's advertised.
A Writer's Manifesto by Azlan Adnan, M.A. As an agent provocateur and change agent, I write to shift paradigms. Nothing more, nothing less. I draw inspiration from Robert Baden-Powell's parting words, "Leave the world better than you found it." I also take heed of Buckminster Fuller's reminder, not to fight old systems, but to build new ones so compelling that the old becomes obsolete. So here is my pledge. Every book I write enters the public domain the moment it is finished. No royalties, no gatekeeping. Download my work from my Telegram channels, Z Library, and pass it along. Copy it. Quote it. Seed it into every mind that needs it. If you gain something from these words, wonderful. Spread them freely and help someone else along their path. Should you wish to contribute, do so voluntarily. Not more than 5% of what you earn this month. The same principle as T. Harv Eker's fifth jar. Treat it as a gesture of solidarity, not obligation. Whatever reaches me goes towards my various eye treatments. Keep the rest for yourself, and keep the chain moving forward. This is how we remake the world, one liberated idea at a time.
A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way, for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul, and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.